Here is the long length video to explain this HTML and CSS code to create image gallery using HTML and CSS. And there are few animations. See here, we can keep borders for the images. See here, there is slide border here, and we can align and showcase the gallery in this way. And not only this, see, if you observe for the third row, I kept some image particle effects. So there are particle effects, there is animation effect, there is a gallery structure, all this with this HTML and CSS code. I'll explain you quickly. So you can open a notepad and save it as something, image gallery.html or something. And this structure is common for everything. And see here, I'll also drop this code in the description, means you can copy the code in some web page or something like that. I'll drop it in the description. You can go through that once you hear this tutorial. And header, you see here your image gallery. This is fine. Whatever you want, you can keep it here. Anything. If you give something here, it will be there. And see here, for this div, means this first div, I kept it as div class gallery. So because there is another notepad, I saved it as style.css on my desktop, and this is also on desktop, and this is also on desktop. I'll show you. Yeah, see, where is this? This is bgm.html, and where is this style? Yes, this is style.css. I can click on show more options, and when I show it on properties, it is style and it is .css file, and the style and bgm both are on the desktop, and the images I took are also on desktop. This is important. Not only on desktop, it should be on the same folder, because when we write the HTML code, I'll show you. When we write the HTML code, we'll give image source. So the images and these files, the notepad files, should be in the same folder. Remember that. Okay, coming back to the HTML image source, see here, man1.jpg. alternate text, you can keep it, or that's absolutely your choice. I took 5 images, 1 2 3 4 5. See here, these 5 images. Okay, like the second div, and the class is gallery, and the third div, I change the class to image container, because in the CSS there is a class with image gallery, and there is also a class with image container. See here, image container. So this third row has a special effect. Unlike this hover effect, on this hover there is a different particle effect. That's why I kept it in separate container for separate CSS. Okay, yeah, this is on the HTML side. It is finished. Now coming back to the CSS. So yeah, first of all, when coming to the gallery class, I specified the width, margin, display flex wrap. So this will have the gallery center horizontally. See here, this one. Okay. And coming back to the image, I applied border as 1 pixel. See here, 1 pixel. If I make it to 5 pixels, I'll just make it and change it, and I'll just save it, and I'll refresh the page. See here, the border has increased. So if you like this look and feel, it is fine. See, this container is different, so this only applied to the gallery container, not the image container. So yes, you can tweak with the changes whatever you want. Okay, this is the spacing. For example, if I give like 50, see, when I give the space like 50, the image space between these gallery items increases. So you can just copy the code here, and you can make the changes according to your requirement. This is width and height of the picture. For example, if I make it to 150, the width and height of the images gets changed. See here. Likewise, I'll make it to 100 again. Scale image fit the container. This will scale the image to fit into this container. Okay. For example, this image has the resolution of 1300 into 1200. So this is a very large background image. Even though it is just fitting into the box just because of this settings. Okay. Transition is the animation. For example, when I hover on this, see, the smooth transitions means the time it is taking through this command. And image hover effect, when I hover, transform, rotate, currently this is not applicable. And scale, for example, if I make it 5, 6 or something like that, the zoom effect will increase. We can check it. See here, the zoom effect, the pop out effect gets increased if you change that number. Okay. So yes, the scaling, that is also your choice. And opacity, when I am choosing this, the opacity is decreasing. This you will observe, if you keep it like 0.2, it will become too transparent. When it hovers, when you hover the mouse on the images in the gallery, the opacity will decrease. Here, opacity is decreasing drastically. So yeah, you can actually play with all this box shadow. Okay, this is the coloring we can give. Means I gave something like blue color or something like that. You can actually tweak with these colors, the border colors. Yeah, the box shadow is there. And if you want to change this border color, you can change the color here. Okay, border 1 pixel, you can change your different color. Okay. And image container is this one, the third one. This image container, yeah, margin 5 pixel, width of the picture is same, you can know, the you all know this. And border, you know. And this is the particle effect. So to get the particle effect, you want a background image which is SVG. Means the particle you can get through online, something like this. I got this on online. You need to replace with your particle SVG here. See, background image URL, and here you need to give your particle SVG. All this is this particle effect URL, whether you can get online or whether you can get it on a website. So you can pass the link here so that that particular effect will be visible here. Okay, yeah. So this is how you can actually get all this code working. What I'll do is I'll drop this whole code in the description. You can go through that and try it for yourselves. And if you have any better animations, you can comment down in the below.